Hello, my name is Algorithm. I do YouTube's dirty work. I unsubscribe unsuspecting people from hunting, shooting and reloading channels. Please check your subscription to this channel. Don't forget to subscribe and like. That keeps me in a job.
Welcome to Chase's Everything Shooting. Today's episode is a part 2 of CBC moving to Oklahoma. But let's talk about the upcoming episodes. We have upcoming episodes coming from reloading steel ammunition, and we have another one, new polymer bullets and cases. So we're going to be talking about those. So let's get to it. Well, you know what? The CBC International Global Ammunition Company is a phenomenal company. And the more research I did on it, the more I found that they are better and better and better. And we really got the best of this because, I was really feeling kind of down and out about Vista Outdoor being sold and the Kinetic Group being sold to the Czechoslovakian company. And it just I really felt like, no one really cares about the retail and reloading market in America. And you know what? CBC's really brought back a great feeling. And there's a lot more to know about this company. And that's why I'm doing part 2, is there's a huge amount of information and great information about CBC Global Ammunition. So you know what? Let's get to that. CBC Global Ammunition consists of a bunch of different companies, and if you haven't seen my past video, go back and see that. But we're just going to be talking about ammo today. And they own Seller and Bellot, they own Min, and they own Magtech. And I'm going to just start off with Seller and Bellot. They are a phenomenal company. They definitely are very technologically driven. They have very up-to-date machinery, and their production is unbelievable. And I have to say, reading about them and trying to figure out a little bit about this CBC Global Ammunition has been a real great story, because this company definitely wants to be in America, and they are a company that they want to do the right thing. They want to build ammunition, they want to sell ammunition, and they want to do it in a clean and environmental way. Now, to be honest with you, I understand that clean and environmental way, that can get kind of hairy and cause the prices to go up and stuff. But if you look at their product, their pricing really isn't bad. And it's very, very good ammunition. So first of all, we're going to go to the Seller and Benoit video that I've produced that'll give you about a 2-minute glimpse of the company and kind of what's going on with them and their high-tech machinery. Well, if you've noticed on that video that they're producing 3 million rounds a day. Now, I started looking at that going, 3 million rounds a day. Well, I couldn't find out if they work 24-hour shifts or if they just work 5 days a week. Now, a lot of the Czech Republic companies are 5-day-a-week companies. They don't run 24 hours a day. So, if you take the 3 million rounds a day and you times that by 5, which is 5 days is a work week, that comes out to 780 million rounds a year. That's quite a few rounds, and they're very good quality rounds. So, you know what? CBC Global Ammunition, they've kind of got it going on that. But let's talk about their other large manufacturing facility, which is MIN, and that is in Germany. And they've done a great job on working with the military, the police, and all of law enforcement. They just have done a really good job with that. And they actually produce sniper ammo that's super, super precise. If you look at the quality out of S&B, and then you look at the quality of MIN, you'll find out that SB Global is really, really tough on making sure that they've got high quality products. And if you're making a sniper ammunition, that really needs to be very, very high quality and high tech to make sure that it's right on spot, it goes where it's supposed to go. So they have at MIN, they really have a great outlook. And I think part of MIN and how they set things up are how S&B are set up and how MagTech are set up. They're very quality oriented and very cost oriented. So let's talk a little bit about MIN and some of the different things that they have. Now, MIN was actually started in 1956, and it was started after World War II, and they allowed Germany to start rebuilding their military, and they did that by allowing MIN to create ammunition. And that was a big thing for the European communities in America to do, because they really were against having any type of military regime or companies in Germany. But they did a phenomenal job. They opened this factory up and started making ammunition. And they were making ammunition for militaries all over the world. And it was very, very precise. If you go over to Europe and Germany and those areas, when you go to the range and you shoot, most likely you're going to be shooting MIN ammunition. They are a prominent supplier in Europe, and definitely probably the number one supplier in Germany. They have a huge, huge manufacturing facility there, and they really have a huge emphasis on their quality. And their quality is just bar none. They really look at it, they work it, they make sure that what they produce is phenomenal, and that you get the result, the same result, and the same result each time. Now, their motto is quality ammunition. And I think we've really kind of talked about that, That's a driving force of the Min Corporation. They want to have the best quality possible. So now let's get to the environmental. And I know there's a lot of you, environmental, Yes, the environmentalists have pushed us too far one way and it's going back the other way, but there's a happy medium here. And I think Min's done a good job with that. Their quality control is really pushed by their environmentalism, and they want to not injure the planet. And by doing that and watching their processes and recycling oils and cutting fluids and all the different things that they do, they've really kind of put themselves at that top of that notch to say, hey, this can be done. We can still produce super quality ammunition at a very reasonable price. And the really cool part about Min is that they've got a lot of different types of ammunition, 30 different calibers, and they have 66 different variances. Now, what I mean by variances is hollow point. We're talking about lead core. We're talking about brass core. We're talking about plastic core. We're talking about infrared tracer rounds. We're talking about regular tracer rounds. There's just a bunch of different types of ammo that they make. And so they really have kind of set themselves apart, especially in the military, law enforcement, and sniper divisions, that they produce super great quality products. And that leads us back to CBC. Everything that they seem to do is driven by quality, by producing the right product and producing a quality product. So those are two of the top manufacturers that CBC owns. But let's talk about MagTech. And those of you in America, we buy MagTech. MagTech is not produced in America. There have been some YouTubers saying that. That's not factual. The production for MagTech is in Germany at the Min factory, also in Sao Paulo, Brazil, at the home ammunition factory for CBC Global. So they make the ammunition and package it in MagTech packaging, and then it's shipped and exported to America. It's warehoused through the MagTech warehouse in Minnesota. So a lot of people say, they're manufacturing in Minnesota. They're not. That's a big, huge warehouse where they ship out of. And if you look at the quality, you've got Min quality, you've got CBC Global in Brazil quality, and if you've ever shot MagTech, it's a great ammunition. I mean, I wish more of the retailers here in Texas had it, but that's the way it goes. And I reload a lot of my ammunition too. So that's part of it there. But I do like to shoot factory ammunition because I like to get their brass and use that for my reloading. So there's a lot of great things that MagTech has done. They definitely produce a lot of different rounds. Roughly, they export to 77 different countries. They make 33 different calibers, and they have 139 different variants. And a variant is the brass, the bullets, the weights, the brass bullets, lead bullets, coated lead, hollow, plastic tipped, hollow point. all of that kind of stuff. So if you look at CBC Global, they are a tremendous manufacturer, and we definitely are privileged to have them come to America and to build product in America. I hope you've enjoyed this, and we'll see you on the next one. Thanks, and have a good one.